You were very loud then.
Was I? Sorry.
Well, in my ear it was. I think that reflects from real life.
I think it does. I don't really know how these things work, to be honest. Welcome to another episode of Bottom of the Stream with Adam and Nick. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick. Welcome back. This is where we get you up to speed with the sort of news that's happened in the last week or so in the world of streaming and movies.
We do indeed. 2 weeks, because we were not here last week.
We were not here last
We
week.
were not here last week.
You had a well-earned holiday.
I did have a well-earned holiday. That is true. It's been a while.
How have you been, and did you have a good time?
I had a great time, thank you very much. It was
Good.
fun. I could have done without the typhoon in the middle of it.
Wow.
Not typhoon, tornado. What's the difference?
I don't know. Why is it so wet everywhere?
I don't
is that
know.
Global warming? What's going on?
It feels like global colding.
It is raining cats and dogs out there.
It's raining as we record now.
And it has
heavily
been
raining and has been for most of the day.
pretty
most
much
of the week.
since. Yeah,
I
think my house might float away.
my hotel nearly did. We had a flood on the third or fourth day we were there.
Yeah,
and there was 2 foot deep, and came in 10 minutes.
Incredible.
It was insane. I've never seen rain like it.
Were you Were you on the ground?
We were inside
in the flood.
but we were I was at a table that water was lapping at.
Amazing.
Inside.
Amazing.
It was crazy, and it happened within 10 minutes.
Wow.
It's insane. But the rest of the week, we had a bit of rain, we had a bit of sun. We're going on holiday in September. What can you expect?
I suppose so. Yeah.
But mosquito bites, man, not fun.
Yeah, you got it.
So many mosquito bites.
You've got to
It's all the
spray
water
up.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I've never had so many.
Little
I've been eaten alive. My legs are like itchy little needle fires.
Oh, itchy little needle fire. That's a good name for a band.
Itchy little needle fires.
Yeah.
It is a good name for a band.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll form it.
Okay.
What about you? How have you been?
I've been okay.
Yeah.
Nothing as exciting as getting flooded or going on holiday.
No.
But I stopped at the shop on the way here.
Oh, nice.
What 2 things do you think the person in front of me at the till bought?
Oh, wow.
This will be a good game.
Milk?
2 items. No, I will tell you they were both. They were not items in the wider shop. So straight up to the counter.
Oh, okay. Cigarettes?
I want some of these and some of these.
Cigarettes and condoms.
What's more? What is more up to date than cigarettes?
Vape.
Yeah,
A vape.
2 flavors of vape.
2 flavours of vape. What flavours did you go for?
Bubblegum something,
Ugh.
and I think a cherry.
Is this a
Cherry
child?
freeze or something. No, it was a.
Are they the 2 things, or is there one more?
No, that was so 2 vapes and then another item.
Condoms.
No,
What else sells behind a counter? A lottery ticket?
very close.
Scratch card.
2 scratch cards.
2 vapes and 2 scratch cards.
Yeah,
He's in for a great night.
20 quid.
20 quid?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
He's in for a good night.
Yeah.
Awesome. What did you buy?
I bought some cat food
Nice.
and a packet of hobnobs.
That might be weirder.
So who's in for the better night? That's what I want to know.
Your cats.
The cat food's really hard to dunk in too.
Yeah, definitely. You could dunk the hobnobs in the cat food.
Yeah, true. Like pate.
That's rank.
I don't like pate. It does remind me.
I do like pate.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I'm a pate guy. I had pate on holiday.
Yeah, nice.
It was nice. I would consider myself a pate guy.
Yeah, good. It's good to know. What the hell are we doing?
I have no idea. I've got a question of the week. Shall we start
Lovely.
with that?
Let's start with that.
Right. It's one of these hypothetical situation
Love
questions. I'm going to give you 2 things right now.
Is
I'm
it
going
a
to give you
vape and a,
a vape and a condom.
and a scratch card?
I'm going to give you £10 million.
Okay.
And I'm also going to give you a button
Okay.
that has a 24-hour countdown that resets every time you press it.
Yeah.
If the timer reaches 0, you die.
Okay.
Do you want the rules?
Yes, please.
You can lose the button. The button is about the size of your fist.
Okay.
You are the only person that can press the button and reset the timer.
Uh-huh.
It only resets to 24 hours and doesn't give you ever any additional time. Other people can take the timer, and the timer/button is indestructible.
Okay.
Are you taking my deal?
So you're giving me £10 million just to press this button once a day?
No, I'm giving you £10 million. That's yours.
All right. Okay.
But if you stop pressing this button, you will die.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like that's okay.
Right.
If it's the size of my fist, that's not like...
No, it's carry aboutable.
Yeah. I just got to press it once every 24 hours.
Yep.
Or whenever. Just to reset
whenever you want. Yeah.
Whenever I want.
Press it as every 10 hours if you wanted.
You can press it before you go to sleep and when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
And if you were in that and it's indestructible...
What I would say is the button is indestructible, but you're not. What happens if you get into like a car accident or something like that?
Yeah.
You're going to die.
Yeah.
Or if you have to go for an operation that's going to knock you out for a bit of time.
And only I can press it.
Only you can
Yeah,
press
but what if I was unconscious?
Yeah.
Could someone just lift my hand and press the button?
Oh, you might find a loophole.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So I might need an accomplice just in case.
You have a wife. She could do that for you. She's not going to want you
sure,
to do
I'll interview for the job. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
But the real question is, do you need the £10 million that much?
True.
It's fun to have £10 million.
£10 million is a lot of money for just pressing one button every day.
Yeah.
You just wake up in the morning, press the button, job done, you can go on with your day.
Yeah, exactly.
Every day.
And then I've got that £10 million.
Yeah.
I can do with it what I want.
Yeah.
Set my family up for life.
Yeah.
I think I'd take it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'd take it.
What I will say is...
You're not going to forget to press the button, are you?
You're not going to forget to press. And even if you do forget, you've still got a 24 hours
It's
of
like
time
you
to
say, if you become indisposed for some reason, or that's when you're...
Yeah.
Because I'd have it in... I'd turn it into I'd have it in a chain around my neck or something. Turn it into
That's the very first comment on this Reddit post says you'll turn into Flavor Flav with it chained around his neck.
Yeah.
What I will say is, do you know Time Hop, the app?
Yeah.
Where it tells you what you've done on your day every day.
Sure.
I've got an 8-year streak on that at the minute.
Right.
Which means I've been on that app every day for 8 years.
Okay.
So I in theory, have not been interrupted away from my button for the last 8 years. So it's doable.
And that's more effort.
It's nearly 3,000 days.
That's more effort.
Yeah, because I have to...
You've got to unlock your phone.
Go into the app.
Press the app.
Yeah. I've done that every day for the last 8 years.
Yeah.
Which, so I don't know if it says more about me than anything else, but... So it is doable. I would take it, I think, but you do run the risk of not being able to be unconscious for more than 24 hours.
But then there's always the risk that I might get hit by a bus.
Yeah, but you
Without
might survive being hit by a bus.
10 million.
But in this case, you wouldn't survive being hit by a bus.
I think I'm taking it.
I think I'm taking it too. I think it's doable.
Yeah.
Even if you do miss it, $10 million has set your family up for generations.
You've got to... You don't... Thing is, you can't let it get out.
You can move that leaf out of your way if you want.
No, it's fine. You can't let people... This needs to be if not a secret, this needs to be on the down low, because you could just get people who are like, that's that dude with that button.
Yeah.
I know I can't get the money, but I can at least fuck him up, steal the button. That guy's gone.
That's murder, though.
True.
That is like, by stealing that button, you're murdering that person.
Yeah, that is true.
And there ain't that many murderers about.
No. Well.
But it is a good way to murder somebody.
Mm.
And you could lose it, which is an issue. Imagine the panic of losing that button.
Yeah.
The absolute blind panic.
It's falling down the back of the sofa. Yeah.
I don't know where my button is.
Yeah.
It'd have to be in your hand constantly.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't want that. But I think, the chain or the... Yeah.
I don't know if you could relax. No, not knowing where
Would you take it with you? Would you always have it on you? Or
I think you'd have to.
Yes, you would if you were going out. But if you were just going to work, you're at your house every night. Yeah. So if you were going away on holiday or staying away for work, you'd have to take it with you. But just generally on a normal week, when you're at home every night, would you take it out with you? Or you just like...
Can you guarantee you're coming home every night? That's the thing.
No, so I suppose you're right.
Stuck in traffic or...
If you want to go to that level... Something might happen where, no, I'm not going home because I've got to spend the night in hospital or something.
Exactly.
Then someone's got to get the
button
to you.
You can't be away from that button. You could get stuck in snow or something and you'd have to run home to get to the button. You've got to take it with you everywhere you go.
You've got to put it on a chain.
You have.
Or on a wristband or something.
A wristband
down
size
your
of your
pants.
wrist. No. There's a lot more to it than you think, but I think it's quite an interesting question.
It's those, you've got to set up for those, it's those small percentage eventualities. Because it's easy to say, I'll just press it before I go to bed, and I'll press it when I get up.
Yeah.
I could even press it twice a day just to...
Yeah, you can press it however many times you want.
Because it resets to 24 hours.
It's a lot of pressure.
I think you give it a go.
It's an interesting question. Let us know what you would do in the comments or in the Discord or wherever you want to get in touch with us.
Brilliant.
Right, should we do some Netflix news?
Let's kick off with some news, and we will kick off with Netflix news this time around. And Netflix this week have held a presentation for all the top agents for various talent agencies in Hollywood.
Okay.
And they have called the event Netflix Explained. They have held it at their very own Tudum Theatre. And they have... What Netflix have built this event at is it's aiming to provide talent agents a better understanding of how Netflix works and essentially how they are giving more transparency about how they pay their talent.
Okay.
And, what residuals, little that they are, people get from them. But, according to Deadline, part of the presentation will be that Netflix is considering a new way to pay talent. So they are looking, says Deadline, to get away from the sort of Ryan Reynolds have $1 billion to come and star in Red Notice, and that's it.
Okay.
They want to look at going more to a cost plus model. So for the top stars and top directors, they're getting a smaller number up front and some back end deals.
Okay.
Which is against what Netflix have done
so far. Yeah, they've never done that before.
The Deadline thinks that the ask, or they're testing the water to try and get 20 to 30% less in a reduction of upfront fees from the talent by giving them twice or more of the amount of back end money.
Right, okay.
Depending on how many views, how many downloads, etc.
So it's in their best interest to make the movie good. It doesn't matter. Because at the minute, if you're being paid up front, it doesn't matter to you whether the movie's good or not.
Sure.
It's only your reputation that's taking a hit, whereas they're going to try and hit you in your wallet.
And I think just that, and that transparency has just never been there.
No.
I mean, you would hear from, you pretty much know what Fox pays whoever to star in which movie.
Yeah.
We don't get that sort of stuff from Netflix. But yeah, I mean, it's not a new idea to structure pay in that way, but it's new for Netflix.
Okay, so, that's an interesting one.
See what that may lead to. It may lead to absolutely nothing.
It may do.
It's happening. Netflix are testing the waters.
Cool.
More Netflix news is that... So if I told you... So director DJ Caruso...
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but
nope.
Certainly in the sort of mid-2000s, he will have directed several movies that you are familiar with.
Right.
Such as Disturbia.
Okay.
Eagle Eye. Were they both Shia LaBeouf movies?
I think they were.
And...
I've seen both of them too.
Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage.
Oh, right.
He has got a new movie coming, which Netflix have acquired. What would you think that movie might be in the genre of?
Action?
You'd think that, wouldn't you?
Or horror?
If I said biblical epic,
no,
where would that have been in your...
Right at the bottom.
Okay. Because Caruso is directing Mary, a coming-of-age biblical epic in which Mary is shunned following her miraculous conception and forced into hiding. King Herod, obviously you know this story.
We all know the story.
Guess who's playing King Herod?
Ricky Gervais.
Tony Hopkins.
Tony Hopkins?
Yeah.
Wow. How old's Anthony Hopkins these days?
80s, isn't he?
He's got to be, hasn't he?
This just feels like a bit of a different movie to
Triple
X, the sequel.
86, Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, Noah Cohen will be playing Mary. And Netflix won, as Variety say, as in always in this case, a bidding war for this movie.
Okay. I quite like the idea. It's like origin story of Mary.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not against it.
Yeah.
I won't watch it, but I'm not against it.
Fine.
Although I do like Anthony Hopkins, so maybe. I don't know why I
he's
said
done a
Ricky
lot
Gervais.
with, he's done a lot with Netflix.
He has done a lot with
Last few
Netflix.
years.
He did the Two Popes, didn't he? And then
Yeah.
a few other bits.
Yeah. A similar religious experience to some,
Okay.
maybe,
Right.
is the fact that Netflix have announced a Christmas special
Oh.
to come in the next couple of months. A bit retro, also a bit like the Bible's pretty retro.
The Bible's, yeah. I don't think he gets more retro than the Bible.
Would you say so is a holiday variety music special?
Yeah, they've not been done for a while.
Because that's what we're getting. And it will stream initially live on Friday, December the 6th, 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Right.
Or so that'd be like midnight
here
over here.
Ish.
1 or 2 o'clock.
1 or 2 o'clock.
A holiday special.
On Netflix.
Yes, on Netflix. It is A Nonsense Christmas with Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh,
who is, really popular with the kids. And my daughter's, she's high on their list of...
Who is she?
She's a singer.
Okay.
/ pop person.
Never heard of her.
No? Okay. No. I bet you will have...
Maybe.
I reckon you'll recognise a couple of songs.
Okay.
Netflix says the holiday special will showcase the pop icon...
Right.
...performing songs from her holiday EP and her other chart toppers. And will feature guest performing artists, comedic cameos, and unexpected duets.
Oh, interesting.
Netflix are not confirming whether Santa Claus will make an appearance.
Right. Surely he will.
He must do.
Surely.
Carpenter herself said, "The holidays have always been so special to me, and I'm excited to bring my take on a classic holiday variety show, infusing my love of music and comedy to make something that is uniquely me."
Oh, okay. I love it when stars say, like, Christmas means everything to me. I'm like, well, yeah. It does to most people. You're not special.
Yeah. Michael D. Ratner, not that he's talking this up, he's the executive producer. He says, Sabrina's vision is to subvert the classic holiday special. And we have been working on that for some time.
Okay. How do you subvert a holiday special?
I'm not sure. We'll find out in December.
We will. Wow.
So again, more of Netflix trying out that old live
stuff.
Events.
We've got a big year of it next year, so lots to practice.
Sure. So, taking a bit of a handbrake turn.
Okay.
But still in the Netflix world, they have announced this week that work has begun on a new docuseries.
Right.
Produced by none other than 50 Cent Curtis Jackson.
Okay, I wonder what this is going to be about.
The subject of the documentary series are the sex trafficking and racketeering allegations against Puff Daddy.
P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Wow. What a crazy story.
The project will be directed by Alexandra Stapleton and has begun production. 50 Cent said in a statement, "This is a story with significant human impact. It is a complex narrative spanning decades, not just the headlines or clips seen so far."
Wow. Isn't it like 50 Cent that's brought all this to light? Isn't it all on him pretty much?
I think I think he's helped, but yes, there's been a couple of other
but I think
people in that industry who have kind of starting to speak out. I think, look, it's good. This stuff needs to come out.
Yeah.
You know, people need to pay the price, all that stuff. I just feel like that coming out whilst there's a ongoing investigation, is that going to happen? Is that?
Don't know.
Does anyone step in and go?
So
come on, guys. We might have to can this till we've
maybe hold it off a little bit.
We'll see, but it's happening.
Cool.
It's happening at Netflix.
Okay.
I'm sure it won't be the only place that sort of
there'll be loads of them.
Documentary on that story is gonna come out either. Okay. So whilst we were off last week,
yes,
it I suppose it's quite good timing because we can go for a roundup now. It was Geeked Week 2024.
Yeah, trust us to miss Netflix's biggest event of the year.
Geeked Week, which is slightly different from Tudum.
Yeah.
Is a annual event where Netflix hypes up. I think you would say Geeked Week is the nerdier side of their more niche
more
side
pop
of
culture side of things, I guess.
Upcoming games and TV shows and movies.
Nerd culture.
Yeah, and this is things like first looks with trailers, behind the scenes stuff. So I do have a bit of a roundup. You can go and find this stuff on YouTube.
I don't think I've seen any of it, so it'd be interesting to catch up here.
You know, if you want to go and find this sort of stuff, there is I would just run through. I've seen a couple of bits, not all of it, so I'll run through what you can go and find if you are so inclined. A new teaser from the upcoming second season of Squid Game.
Okay.
You can go and watch that.
Cool.
Basically, seems to be an entire army of pink, robed, jumpsuited guys chasing after Song.
Cool.
So let's see what happens there.
Are you going to rewatch Squid Game before Squid Game 2?
I kind of don't want to watch the whole thing, but I think I may watch the last episode.
Yeah, I was thinking I might do that. But then I might watch the whole thing.
Yeah,
because I have only seen it that one time.
Yeah, me too. I never rewatched it.
No. I feel like there'll be loads that you've forgotten.
Possibly. I kind of want to remember where... I can remember what happened, but I do... Yeah, I don't feel like I want to rewatch the whole thing.
Yeah, but
maybe it would pull me back in.
Yeah. I think I might. Okay.
We'll see. Why can't... There we go. A behind-the-scenes video from the early action from the second season of One Piece.
Oh, right, okay.
You can go and find that.
Can't wait. I loved that first series of that.
I've only recently gone back to it because I watched the start and then it just dropped off.
Really?
I also loved it. I've got a couple of episodes left. I need to finish it off. I know it came out like a year ago.
It did.
But no, I can't wait for that either. We got a inside look at the forthcoming Monument Valley 3, which is an exclusive game coming to Netflix later this year.
Okay.
I think I might have played Monument Valley. It's like you're a little sprite, and the platforms and the worlds that you're working around like shift, and you have to get from bottom of the tower to the top, don't you?
Funnily enough, sort of when I was looking for a game for Caught in the Net this week, it was one of that I was thinking of.
Oh, the first two are on there now.
Yeah, the first one's on there.
Oh, the first one, okay.
And I was like, should we do that? But then I feel like I've played it before as well.
Years ago, but I think I've had a go at it.
So I haven't picked it, but it was on my list this week. So that's interesting that there's a third one coming.
Coming later this year, dates to be confirmed, also to the Netflix games roster, are Civilization 6.
Okay.
So some people are well into that's like world building, isn't it?
I remember the first Civilization, I think it was on the Amiga years ago.
And also, Street Fighter 4 Champion Edition will be on Netflix Games.
I love a Street Fighter game.
They have said that iOS and Android users will be able to compete against each other online.
Right. Okay.
In Street Fighter 4.
Cross-platform.
Netflix is saying both are coming soon.
Soon.
Interestingly, following up on a story we had a couple of weeks ago where Brandon Routh said that the Magic the Gathering animated series was dead.
Yes.
Netflix have reported at Geek Week that it is still happening.
Oh, wow, okay. Just not with him.
Yeah. Magic the Gathering... No, he's done a voice for it.
Oh, he just didn't know what was going on with it.
He was basically asked about it and said, I've not heard anything. I think it's dead.
But it's not dead. They've just not told him anything about it.
Netflix have said it's in production. They've got a showrunner, Terry Matalas, and it's still happening in partnership with Hasbro Entertainment.
Interesting.
No timeline whatsoever. All they released is a tweet with a sort of screenshot, a title card.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Wow.
But it's still happening. A special teaser for Squid Game Unleashed.
Right.
Remember we had it and then it was taken down?
We did.
Which is like the party game, similar to... I always forget the name of the game. Not Among Us. What's the game where you have to do all the...
Fall Guys.
Fall Guys. That's it. It's basically that sort of thing. A follow-up announced to Cyberpunk Edge Runners. So
Right,
another
yeah.
Cyberpunk animated show is coming to Netflix.
Okay.
The confirmation that the final season of Arcane starts streaming on November the 9th.
People love that show.
And I'm trying to work out, I think technically I'm not breaking a promise here.
Right.
Because I'm not talking about the movie.
Something Rebel Mooney's happening, people.
You, in 2025, will be able to play a Rebel Moon game.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Called Bloodline, an online co-op action game.
Right.
It's coming to Netflix games in 2025.
Okay.
You can see the announcement trailer. If you want, you can go and find it.
Right.
Netflix also confirmed the Devil May Cry series will start streaming in April 2025. Okay.
Lots of stuff.
A couple of other things. You've got more behind-the-scenes stuff from Stranger Things final season.
Yep.
And
I saw Finn Wolfhard doing a few videos. I've not seen them, but I saw he was doing them.
Yep. A teaser trailer for another animated show, Splinter Cell.
Okay.
Netflix's animation of that. Liev Schreiber is leading the voice cast for that. The full name was revealed as Splinter Cell Death Watch.
Death Watch. Nice.
Yes, also arrives at some point in 2025. And that is pretty much it.
Quite a lot of Geeked Week stuff.
Yeah. There's loads there. Go and if you want to find any of that stuff, go and watch it. Like I say, search YouTube, go to Tudum.
You will find it all on there.
Have a look at your heart's content. That is all the Netflix news.
Okay.
So we have got some movie news.
Go for it.
And news on Emerald Fennell. I love that name.
What a great name.
Her follow-up, she was the director behind Saltburn.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
And her next project will be an adaptation of the classic novel Wuthering Heights.
Oh.
And she has found her two leads. And they will be none other than Jacob Elordi.
Nice.
And Margot Robbie.
Oh, wow.
So quite
big cast.
Yeah, quite the leading duo.
Absolutely.
It is currently in pre-production and starts shooting next year. Because I'm pretty sure Margot Robbie's got to have a baby.
Yes, I think she has got to at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which will presumably happen before that.
I would assume so.
So, yeah, that feels like three big names.
Feels like a good fit for a follow-up to Saltburn to do Wuthering Heights.
Yeah, because you could easily make it weird. It's quite a weird book anyway.
Exactly.
Dark, windswept.
I feel like you can get some wangs out if you want to.
I reckon wangs, yeah.
You've got to have wangs in there.
Yeah.
That's like a calling card now.
Yeah.
Surely.
Famous
wangs.
You could do some funky stuff with some modern day music.
Yeah.
I feel like it feels like a long time since anyone's gone back to that.
Yeah, it does.
Wuthering Heights. If I can put Kate Bush dancing around in the back.
Yeah, why not? Let's make Kate Bush famous again.
Go really meta. Okay, someone else has been talking.
Oh, God.
I don't think there's a movie franchise that I could be less enthusiastic about than this one.
Right, interesting.
And it's a James Cameron franchise.
I know what you're going to say already then.
It's not Avatar.
No.
It's Terminator.
Terminator.
He's been talking to Empire magazine because it's 40 years since the first Terminator movie.
Wow.
Obviously a fantastic movie.
Yes.
Sequel, fantastic movie.
Then it all downhill from there.
Yeah. I'm so mixed up with what happened after that I'm pretty sure I've seen a couple of these movies, but their titles just sound like, what even are they? So Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. I know I saw that one.
We saw that in America.
Yes.
Me and you together, we saw that.
Terminator Salvation.
Yep.
I don't think I've seen it, but
Is that the time travel-y one? There was a time travel.
Are they all?
Yeah, but like a really time travel-y one.
Terminator Genesis.
I don't think I've seen that one.
And Terminator Dark Fate.
That was the latest one, wasn't
it?
I definitely haven't seen that one. Actually, like you say, I just couldn't care less.
Yeah. Well, James Cameron reckons he's worked out what's gone wrong.
Okay.
He says he thinks there's still life in that world.
Right.
All we need to do is jettison all that previous stuff and start again. So, like, none of the iconography that's built up,
Right.
No one referencing Arnie and all that sort of stuff.
So literally start from fresh, forget all of them. The first two, everything.
Yeah, just go back
Just
to that
start again.
world. And his actual quote says that this is the moment when you jettison everything that is specific to the last 40 years of Terminator, but you still live by its principles.
Right.
That means moving away from the iconic original cast and telling new and different stories in the world of the AI apocalypse. Well, that's just the present day, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
He says if you get too inside it and then you lose a new audience because the new audience care much less about that stuff than you think they do. Okay, whatever.
I thought you were going to say he was going to Halloween it and just do like a start again from the second one and carry on, but he's actually just going to jettison the whole thing and start completely all over again.
If he wants to be involved, yeah. He says, I have no doubt that subsequent Terminator films will not only be possible, but they will kick ass.
Okay.
He says, this is more than a plan. This is what we're doing. That's all I will say for right now. Having jettisoned all that, wanting to jettison all that, the last line of the interview is him saying, as the Terminator says, I'll be back.
Okay, so he's not jettisoning some of it. Fuck it.
I just like, you couldn't...
How has James Cameron got time to do that? He's literally making like 8 Avatar films, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's been doing them for... He's probably
Forever.
just put them on autocomplete.
True, he's got an AI to do it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's already filmed like 4 movies. Because he had to get the kids as they were aging and stuff.
He's just waiting for everything to render now. It's just taking
yeah,
years.
exactly.
All this CGI
Yeah,
is
press and
gonna
upload. So.
Wow. Okay, well, we'll keep our eye on the Terminator universe.
Confirmation also this week that a new toy-based movie.
Okay.
So as soon as Barbie came out, we heard about all these plans for
Hasbro
other
were make that
Mattel, Hasbro stuff. And Polly Pocket fell apart.
Yeah, it did, literally.
From what we heard. But a movie that is going ahead, apparently, is Matchbox.
Okay, about the little cars.
Yes, exactly. And Apple have put their hands in their pockets for this one.
Right, okay, that's interesting.
It's going to be an original movie for them. And a star has signed up for this.
Okay.
And it's none other than John Cena.
Oh.
He's going to be driving around little cars.
I was under the impression he was taking a year off to go do some wrestling, but maybe not.
And it also has a director.
Okay.
It will be directed by Sam Hargrave, who was behind Extraction on Netflix.
Right.
He will be going over...
Extraction's a good film.
Going over to Apple for that.
How do you look at a toy car and think, let's make a movie about this toy car that's based on a real car?
Again, what are they going to do? Are they going to do the whole get a bit quirky with it, or is it just going to be a Fast and Furious ripoff?
The origin story of how the cars were made, or like the Tetris movie?
I was just saying, nothing's off.
Or is it going to be like a live action car?
After we've seen Frosted this year,
what are
we doing?
What are we doing here?
Yeah, I mean,
John Cena's in it. It's got to be wacky.
And there's a guy behind Extraction. That's pretty actiony, though, isn't it? That's action chops.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting.
We'll see.
John Cena definitely said he was going back to wrestling, though, so that's an interesting one.
And the final bit of news is that Ben Stiller is coming back to the world of sports comedy movies.
Oh, good.
Arguably, what? Dodgeball is a great movie.
Dodgeball is a great movie.
Is that where Ben Stiller peaked movie-wise?
Yes.
I'm not one for Meet the Parents myself.
No, I don't. I don't mind Ben Stiller in Meet the Parents, but it's got Owen Wilson in it. Yeah, I can't stand Owen Wilson.
Well, he is teaming up with Jake Johnson, Mary Steenburgen, and Ed Harris.
A good cast
to star in The Dink.
The Dink.
Yes. What sport do you think The Dink is about?
What do you dink? I want to say golf, but it's not going to be golf.
It's not golf.
Dink. It sounds like the sound of 2 pieces of metal hitting each other.
I think it is the sound
Dink.
of this thing.
Snooker?
No.
Don't know.
It's pickleball.
What the hell is pickleball?
You know what pickleball is?
No.
It's like short tennis.
Oh, with the plastic rackets.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. I saw some people doing it at Centre Parks.
Yes, you will have done, yeah. And it's...
Is there a world of pickleball, or is it not just
massive.
a fun game that people
No,
play?
it's massive. It's one of the fastest growing sports in the world.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm learning stuff here. I did not know that.
In fact, I was talking to someone at work just the other week who said her boyfriend and her parents, she feels like is left out because they've all massively got into pickleball.
Really?
Yeah.
Can we get into pickleball?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Let's do it.
Find someone that's down anywhere around it. I'll go and play pickleball with you.
Okay, let's do it.
100%.
There must be somewhere around it.
Sure. Josh Greenbaum is on board to direct this.
Okay.
And he has just... is it out yet? Or it's about to come out on Netflix. He is the same guy who has directed Will and Harper, which is the...
Soon. I don't think it's yet.
Yeah, the Will Ferrell documentary.
Yeah.
It's coming out soon. I've seen a trailer for that. It looks... I'm definitely going to watch it. It looks really interesting.
It's definitely... If it's not out already, it's coming before the end of this month. So.
But I feel like Ben Stiller and Jake Johnson is a...
Good cast.
As a combo, that interests me more than just Ben Stiller.
Yes, Jake Johnson's always great, though, isn't he?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Cool.
Pickleball the movie.
I'm up for it.
Okay.
Does it have different rules to tennis?
I don't really. I'm not going to pretend I know a lot about it.
Okay,
I think it's the same basic game.
But it's just with a bigger ball and a smaller bat.
I mean, I seem to see quite a few clips of it on my social media, and it's like,
oh, really?
They're like 2 minutes long.
You're in the pickleball algorithm.
It's quite a small court, especially if it's doubles.
Yeah.
It's like, it seems to be quite hard to hit a winner. But
I want to get into pickleball.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, we'll do some research.
Any more news?
That's all the news.
Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
Have I watched anything good? I've not really. I've not done my job and really researched this bit of the program.
It's not about research. It's just about watching stuff.
Yeah, I know. But I've forgotten to write anything down.
Okay.
So I've watched the second season now of Outlast.
You finished the second season?
Yep.
I took your recommendation and I have watched the whole first season.
Okay, what did you think?
I fucking loved it. What a great show.
So easy entertainment, isn't it? But it really draws you in.
It is insane how quickly those people went feral.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. You people are horrible people.
Yeah.
All of them.
All I say is Javier was absolutely done over.
Was screwed, man.
In season 1.
Screwed. But he did, at the beginning, come across like a bit of
yes,
a
he
dick.
did. Like he knew it. He knew it all.
Like he knew it all.
He was an outdoorsman and he didn't give everyone else a chance.
Oh, but I'm not big on reality TV, but I really enjoyed that.
That slick Netflix
and when
style.
I must admit, when it come to the last episode, and I was a bit disappointed that it was all going to come down to a race.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, that kind of defeats the object of the last 10 weeks or whatever.
But so I presume it was, obviously you can't let them go forever. You've got to finish.
We don't know how to end this show.
But I also feel that was the same issue for season 2.
Right, okay.
And I think it was not advantageous, but to have a race for the final teams in season 2, I felt was really not advantageous to one team.
Right, okay.
But I will say, I do recommend season 2. I actually preferred season 2.
Right.
It's a very different vibe. So it's not as Lord of the Flies. But there are very different challenges and different reactions by people.
Okay. To give a bit of context on what Outlast is, it's basically a reality survival show of 10 or so. No, like
there's 20
people start.
Yeah.
They're all like lone wolf survivalists.
16 or 20. I can't remember how they divide
4 camps of 4.
Yeah.
So 16. So they're all like lone wolf. They're all survivalists who survive on their own. They're not team players. And they can only win the game if they're in a team at the end.
Yeah.
So,
but people can leave at any time.
People can leave. You can join different teams. There's literally no rules to the whole game. All you've got to do is be there at the end.
And like you said, it quickly turns from people camping
quickly,
getting foraging for food and stuff, to setting tents alight and stealing stuff.
I don't want to give any spoilers away because I really do recommend people watch it. But that fucking woman in that first series,
she's
unbelievable.
Both of them.
Of them. She was the ringleader though, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever hated a reality TV contestant as much as I hated her. Oh my goodness, she made me so angry. I was on holiday having a great time getting angry by a woman I was watching on my phone whilst the rain pissed down outside. Yeah, great show. Good recommendation.
Are you going to watch the second season?
I am going to watch. I'm going to give it a break for a while because
that's
I've got lots to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will give the second season a go.
Cool.
Good recommendation from yourself, that was.
Yeah, it's good. And then I've watched the first few episodes of the Vince McMahon documentary on
Mr.
Netflix.
McMahon. I've watched all of this now.
Okay.
I watched it all in a day. I've got a lot to say on it. And I think for that reason, we're going to do some sort of bonus episode on it.
Yeah, potentially. Maybe.
We'll get it out. It won't be soon. Nick's going on holiday in a couple of weeks, so it'll probably be...
Before then, hopefully.
Before or during that period when we don't know what's going on yet. There's a lot to say about that show. Because it's insane.
Yeah.
It isn't being billed as what it isn't the show it's being billed as.
I've enjoyed it, but I feel, again, well, not that I didn't want this to be the theme of this show, this episode, but again, similar to the P. Diddy stuff, this is centering on a man who is currently under government investigation for sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Some horrific allegations. And in the midst of it, this documentary has come out with the disclaimer that most of it was filmed before these allegations have come out.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a puff piece, to be honest.
I agree. And that's what I mean. I've got a lot to say about it.
Yeah.
So let's do a bonus episode on it.
Possibly question Netflix's motives here, given that they are
going
to have the WWE on their channel from January.
For the next 10 years or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I really want to get... I don't know if there's anybody out there who isn't a wrestling fan, who knows nothing about wrestling. I'd love to get them to watch it and get their opinion on it. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't even...
There's nothing in here that I don't think I already knew.
Didn't know.
Didn't know. But I would like to get somebody's outside opinion on it. I've got somebody in mind. I might message them afterwards.
I would more not even say watch the whole thing. Just like, how far would you get before you were like, I'm not interested?
Yeah.
Like, is it an episode? Is it like...
Yeah. I'm interested in that, and I would appreciate somebody stepping forward and taking one for the team on that.
Okay, we'll do something on that. Fine. I think that's all I've watched. What about you?
Yeah, I think that's all I've watched as well. So, like I say, I've been away for the last week.
Sure.
And so I don't think I've watched anything else.
Okay.
Have I watched any films? I don't think I have.
Fine.
So no, that's it. Just Outlast. Go watch
Good.
Outlast. It's fucking brilliant. Right, we've got a few things to do. We've got what's coming in October, because it's nearly October, which is fucking mad.
It's Christmas soon.
And we've also got Caught in the Net. Do you want to do Caught in the Net first?
Let's
and
do
then
it.
End with what's coming in October?
Yes. So I, 2 weeks ago, chose the game for us to play this time round. Caught in the Net is our feature where we take turns choosing a Netflix game.
Yep.
Download it, play it, see what we think.
Then rate it in a table.
Rate it in a table, as it is our right.
Yes.
And I chose Game Dev Tycoon.
You did indeed choose Gay Dev Tycoon.
Which I think it's almost an idle game, but it's not quite.
Yes. It's a decision-making sim.
Yeah.
It's make a decision, see what you can get.
In which you start developing computer games.
Yes.
Out of your garage in the 1980s. And it's also like a bit of a history of gaming.
Yeah, it's a spoof on
because
the real history of gaming.
You
as well.
start in the late 70s / early 80s.
Yeah, making
in a garage.
A rip-off Commodore.
With a DeLorean under a tarp.
Yes.
And yes, you're
making games for a rip-off Commodore 64. I think it's called Vomodore or something. And then it progresses through to Nintendo, Sega, all the way through to Sony and Xbox, that sort of thing.
And I thought this was really difficult.
It is so hard.
Like, I really enjoyed it. And I think I had played it about 4 times.
Yeah, I did.
Because I went bankrupt or...
Yeah.
And I think the most I made was about 15 years in.
Oh, really? I didn't get anywhere near that.
And it's so difficult. I think I had one hit game really in the whole
I don't think I had that.
That sold 3 million copies or something.
Couldn't get what the formula was that I needed to be making these good games.
Yeah.
And I thought, I've cracked it this time. Because you make the decisions on what's going to be in the game, whether it's a text adventure, whether it's a graphical adventure. And then at different stages of the development, you have to choose if you should focus on level design or story or character design.
And at
you
the start,
have little sliders to decide how much effort you should be putting into each one.
And at the start, you choose. So you start with a number of genres unlocked. So it could be crime, action, martial arts, and then you get also the type of game. So is it adventure, RPG,
simulation, game?
And the challenge is to basically get the right combination of type of game to genre of game, and balance all those things that you just talked about. And then you put it on sale.
And hopefully it's a hit.
It makes money. If you make enough money, you can upgrade your, move into an office, which I did once, out of your garage. And you can get rights to movie games as well, and things like that.
Yeah, there's the E.T. game, there's the Back to the Future game. Indiana Jones pops up at one point. But they're all fake names. They're not the real names. Yeah. I found this so difficult and so frustrating.
But I really wanted to do well at it, and I just couldn't.
I kept going back to it, and I kept thinking, right, I just need to get one hit, and then I can move forward, and I just never got it. And I found it really demoralising as well, because I was like, I thought I've done really well here, and then you get the reviews coming in for the games, and you're like, it's devastating when it's like 3 out of 10, 1 out of 10. I'm like, oh no. And then you have to start all over again, and I found it so demoralising. I just like...
So I had one hit game, and I think it sold about 3 million, and it made loads of money. No, 1 million. Anyway, I had about $3 million in the bank. I managed to go upgrade to the office with and got a member of staff.
Oh, really? I never got anywhere near
And then
that.
my first game in there did so badly, I basically ran out of money and got bankrupt.
I never got anywhere near that.
I think I got to the PlayStation 2. Or the equivalent of the PlayStation 2.
I saw the release of a PlayStation.
Yeah.
But literally that was it. Yeah. I never got to make a game for it.
Right.
I just never had the money for it. I could not get this game right.
I really like the concept. Yeah. But I was terrible at it.
It is so hard. It's a good idea for a game. But there's just so many variables, and if you get one thing wrong, you fuck your whole game over. Yeah. And as soon as you go bankrupt, you're like, well, why the hell would I start again?
Yeah.
Because you're literally starting from the very beginning again. I think I've already started 3 times, and I was
I think I've had
enough.
Like that.
I was like, I've had enough at this point.
Yeah.
And I was on holiday, so I'd got plenty of time for games. And do you know what game I went back to?
What was that?
Pinball Masters.
Did you?
I couldn't turn it off. I got really into Pinball Masters. The Godzilla vs. Kong map is great.
Cool.
I played that a lot on holiday.
Cool.
It was good fun.
So... But I liked it. I feel like this was me being rubbish at it rather than the game being bad.
Yes, I agree.
But it's a difficult game.
It's a difficult game. It's not very captivating because you are just repeating the same thing over and over again in the hope that you'll get these sliders in the right position. So it's not... I think you're right. I think it is a good game if you like that sort of game, but it's not the sort of game I can...
But the history bit was quite cool. So it'd be like this console's going into development. Even when the PlayStation was coming out, it was talking about how, or their version of the PlayStation, their version of Microsoft were working together.
Yeah.
But then they split and both developed their own console. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all true stuff. Nintendo and Sony were working together and trying to bring the Nintendo PlayStation out.
Where should we put this?
I don't know. It's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is tricky.
Do you want me to read through what we've got?
Sure.
So currently there's 13 games in the stream table. We've got Death's Door at number 13. Kentucky Route Zero is at number 12. Into the Dead 2 is at 11. Love is Blind Netflix Stories is at 10. Shatter Remastered is at 9. Asphalt Extreme is at 8. The Curse of the Golden Idol is at 7. Stranger Things Puzzle Tales is at 6. Before Your Eyes is at 5. Slay Away Camp 2 is at 4. Pinball Masters is at 3. Valiant Hearts 2 and Katana Zero is currently the best game we've done.
I think I do know where it goes, actually.
Okay.
I think it goes between Stranger Things Puzzle Tale and The Curse of the Golden Idol.
I'm not against that. If anything, I think it's slightly better than Stranger Things Puzzle Tale.
Okay.
But I'm not against that.
They're I kind of like them being next to each other because the Stranger Things one was one of the easiest pick up and just...
Yeah, you just play it. It's a match-free.
This was really difficult.
Match-free puzzle game, whereas this is really hard. And The Curse of the Golden Idol is really hard as well. Yeah, let's put it there.
7.
Straight between those two. 7.
Right in the mid table.
Absolutely. What's it called?
Game Dev Tycoon.
Cool. Number 7th in our stream table. Right, that means it's my turn to pick a game for this week. And I have picked one.
Good.
Like I say, I was looking for a few different ones, and I've decided to go with this one. It's called Poinpy.
Of course it is.
Poinpy. It's another puzzle game. It's a vertical climber, is how they describe it.
Okay.
It says, bounce up, dodge adorable baddies, and feed the blue beast that's hot on your heels. A vertical climber from the creator of the award-winning Downwell, which I've never heard of. Basically, you've got to climb your way up your screen and avoid this great big blue monster that's chasing you.
Okay.
Why not?
Let's give it a go.
Yeah, see how high we
Sounds
can
fun.
get. Poinpy. Poinpy.
Okay.
It's got nice, fun, cartoony graphics,
Cool.
and we'll go with that next week. So that just leaves us with a list of things that are coming to Netflix in October.
Sure. So our usual place where we get this list from
Doesn't flipping have one.
maybe it doesn't exist anymore. So, but I do have a list.
Okay.
The
good.
only annoying thing is they're not quite in date order.
Right. Okay.
So, but actually, there's some really interesting stuff coming to Netflix in October.
Okay.
So 4th of October,
Yeah.
a new horror movie.
Okay.
It's What's Inside.
Oh, what's that?
It centers around a pre-wedding reunion descending into a psychological nightmare for a group of college friends when a surprise guest arrives with a mysterious suitcase.
Okay.
I've seen the trailer
fun.
for this. It does
Okay.
it looks quite interesting. October the 9th, if you like your sports documentaries, this is very much out of the Netflix template. It is Starting Five. This is their NBA a season in the life of.
Okay. Right.
Where they are following 5 top NBA stars through the 2023-24 basketball season.
Okay.
Anthony Edwards, LeBron James, Jason Tatum among those focused on. October the 4th, The Platform 2
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
arrives.
I'm very excited for this. I enjoyed The Platform.
Me too.
Good film.
October the 18th, Woman of the Hour, which is, I believe, the directorial debut of Anna Kendrick.
Oh, yeah, that's the dating game one.
Correct. An aspiring actress crosses paths with a prolific serial killer in 1970s LA when they are cast on the episode of the dating game based on a true story.
Looking forward to that. That'll be good.
Just in time for Christmas, October the 6th. Violent Night arrives on Netflix.
Okay.
The David Harbour
It's a good film.
sort of manic action.
Have you seen it?
No,
It's good.
I've heard good things.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Silly.
October the 23rd, Family Pack.
Okay. What's that?
I don't want to say Jumanji ripoff,
Right.
but when an
Jumanji.
old card game comes to life, a family jumps back in time to a medieval village where they must unmask werewolves to secure their return home.
Okay.
I believe Jean Reno is in that one. October the 10th, the animated Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft series
Yep.
premieres on Netflix.
Sweet.
October the 2nd,
Hmm.
Chef's Table,
Okay.
Noodles.
Noodles?
Yeah.
Just noodles?
Uncover the art of noodle making with world-renowned chefs as they share their culinary journeys and the stories behind their signature dishes.
Okay.
October the 13th, A Man Called Otto arrives on Netflix.
Great.
Tom Hanks movie.
Well, that was one of my films of the year last year. I absolutely loved that film.
October the 7th, the Netflix documentary on the Menendez brothers.
Okay.
So this is obviously currently out now. You've got Monster. Which is the fictionalized version of this story.
And then they're doing a doc on it.
The true crime documentary arrives on October the 7th.
I'm going to do that Monster series at some point. It looks quite good.
Yes, I think I will try and get there at
Yeah.
some point. Another true crime documentary which arrives on October the 23rd. This is The Zodiac speaking.
Okay.
A docuseries, a family searching for answers shares clues and eye-opening testimonies about the prime suspect in the Zodiac murders. What else? October the 3rd, just because I like to say it, even though I feel I always get it wrong. Dan Da Dan.
Dan Da Dan.
The anime series.
I think it's Dan Dan Dan, isn't it?
Not according to this. Dan Da Dan.
Dan Da Dan. It's that, isn't it? It's Dan Da Dan.
Yeah, so a few interesting bits coming over.
The only thing you've not mentioned there that I do know is coming is Heartstopper Season 3.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think that's October the 4th,
Nice.
if I remember rightly.
Good.
So I'm
Is it
really
the final
excited
season?
for that. I don't think so. I think there's 4.
Okay.
I
I know it's been renewed for its final season. I couldn't remember if that was 3 or 4.
4.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
With no
Olivia Colman.
Olivia Colman.
Yeah, devastating.
I was literally, my brain then was going, with no Sophie in it. Peep show
reference. I like it. October the 3rd, Heartstopper's coming. Can't wait. Such a special show that is.
Cool.
Excellent. Well, that's not quite the list I was hoping to give you, but it's a list nonetheless.
It is a list.
We need to find out where that list has gone. It's vanished off the internet.
These things happen.
Cool. Right. I think we've completed our show there, Nick.
I should say so.
So should I. So we've got to go and record a movie show, which will come out on Thursday. What is the movie we're going to talk about?
Come back and find us on our podcast on Thursday, where we go back to the Bottom of the Stream movie show. We are talking about Fury.
We are indeed.
Fury, if you are looking for it on Netflix or anywhere else, is spelled Furie.
Yes.
It is a Vietnamese movie.
Yeah, be careful that you get the right one, because there's at least 4 movies called Fury on Netflix, or a similar version of Fury. So, interestingly enough, we've done one of the other ones on the show. It's just got a different name in the UK. So, yeah, it's a Vietnamese one-woman army movie.
I should say, yes, an action movie.
And it is indeed. So we're going to go and record an episode talking about that. That'll be available on all your podcast shops. Podcast shops?
Yeah,
podcast apps, shops. But not on YouTube yet. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Do all the things. Subscribe, click the bell, tell your nan, all the stuff. And bye.
Cheers.